The day started at 7:15 a.m. when 17 pupils from Year 8, 9 and 10 met for a news meeting to set the day's agenda. They were accompanied by BBC Radio Norfolk whilst they divided themselves into smaller reporting groups. It is a great opportunity to have the experience of real-life journalism using real stories which involve real people in the community in and around your school.
This is BBC School News Update. I'm Jen.
And I'm Dylan.
The countdown is on. Just 60 days to go until the brand new state-of-the-art school opens its doors to pupils in Norwich, leading the way to digital learning.
A journey to Auschwitz, how students from City Academy Norwich are remembering the Holocaust.
And from East Anglia to the Far East, why City Academy Norwich is spreading its wings all the way to China. City Academy Norwich will be handed its keys to a brand new school building in just 60 days' time. The £22 million site welcomes its first pupils on the 14th of May. The project is the climax of 2 years of planning that has seen the school transformed since its former life as Earlham High School. Mr Burgess, head of Discovery School, said, "May the 14th be with you."
Students from City Academy Norwich are making a journey to Auschwitz today to remember the prisoners who died there. The trip is a real opportunity for students to gain a better understanding of the Holocaust.
Teachers from City Academy Norwich head to the Far East this Easter to the Hewlett-Packard Conference in Beijing. Representatives from the school will travel nearly 5,000 miles to China. The opportunity to find out more about STEM-based learning.
It was a successful evening for arts in Norwich last night when students from City Academy Norwich took to the stage to perform So You Think You're a Superhero by Pavan Vug in front of Philip Shepherd from the National Theatre in London. An audience of parents, teachers and students turned out to see the young people trend the boards. The hall was filled with laughter and one of the stars of the show, Brad, said she was delighted with how the show performance went.
And now for sport. At noon today, Year 7 and 8 girls netball tournament starts. The girls have worked extremely hard to get this far. From tall to small, each girl has put amazing amounts of effort in. We wish you all luck.
And finally, the weather today. Not a great day for Norfolk today. Fog and more fog.
Involved here today. Mr. Youngman, just tell us, give us plans for the school report day today.
Well, we actually started yesterday planning interviewing students going to Poland to Auschwitz, but this morning everybody's working on picking the stories for today. We've got a 4 p.m. deadline in which all of our stories need to be live on the BBC School website.
And a couple of students in particular with an earlier deadline because they're going to be doing our 8:45 news headline.
Yes, we're really excited about that. It's delighted, so you'll be getting the news live from Cannes at, later on this morning, so they're frantically preparing.
You've got a good idea of how they're doing so far. We've got any real budding journalists already?
I can tell you that narrowing it down to only 20 students to be involved in the school is a complete nightmare, and I've done a bit like a football manager. I refuse to pick out too many players.
No, that's understandable. That's fair enough. I understand that. Courtney and Bethany are with us. Courtney, are you okay? Yeah. You look at you mustn't be nervous. Keep calm, right? Don't panic. How's it going for you?
Okay.
Yeah. What do you like in particular? Is it writing stories? Is it doing the detective work and researching a story?
The detective work, like finding out what's been happening, looking into people's story and getting a really good depth. Because I think that helps me as well to understand what's going on in the reality.
Yeah, that's good. And it's great with all the rest of them there. You're feeding off each other, aren't you?
Working together.
Yeah. What have you been working on, Bethany?
Well, today we're just over in English lessons we've been learning basically around the news and how it works, and then today we've been working on separate stories and getting past deadlines.
And it's all coming to a climax today, isn't it? Because you're really coming to the sharp end of things. How are you feeling about it all?
A bit nervous, but
yeah. Well, when you found out that you were going to be on BBC Radio Norfolk this morning, just a bit. Once you've done it, once you know it's like riding the bike. Once you learn to ride the bike, you'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure. You have a great day today. Now, as I say,
What made you want to be a journalist?
really, because I like playing records. So I started in nightclubs and discotheques many years ago, and then I drifted into hospital radio and broadcasting on stations because I was in the Air Force. We were doing that kind of thing. So that's how I got into it in the first place, and it I grew into it from there. But primarily, I just went to play records.
So you think like journalism is a career where you have to build up to it, you can't just go for it, you have to have like billions of dollars behind you.
That's right. I mean, this what you're doing is the best way to get into it, because it is actually building a career up in stages and building your knowledge and your skills up, which I didn't have any of. So really all I could do is go into a studio and play records. But then I got the opportunity to go out doing reporting and things like that. So I did my training more or less on the job. And it was at a time in the BBC and in the media generally that not everybody wanted to be in the media, not like today where it's one of those careers that a lot of people, there's a lot of competition to nowadays, but in those days there wasn't really. And so I sort of fell into it in a way and just was given the chance to do it. They asked me once to go, they said, we'd like you to do a bit of reporting, can you use a ewer? Now you won't know what that is, but it was the name of an old-fashioned tape recorder that the reporters used to go out with, and I didn't know, just like you, I thought, what is a ewer? But I didn't say it out loud, I just said, yes I can. And so I went in to do the job, and then I got hold of this recorder and found somebody and said, could you use this? And taught myself on the job. So one thing that I have learned, and that's whether, whilst you're learning your career as well, if you get an opportunity to do something, don't say to yourself, well, I've never done it, so I'm not going to have a go. Have a go at it, because even if you make a hash of it, you'll learn something from it.
So do you enjoy your job?
Enormously. I enjoy my job that much that I look forward to getting up at 2:30 every morning.
You must enjoy it.
I must enjoy it.
It must be a very good job to go at 2:30 in the morning.
Well, it is because I avoid all the traffic, you see. There are advantages to starting work early.
Have you always wanted to be a journalist?
No, I was a mathematician. I was in the RAF, you see. I was in the Royal Air Force. And I was coming out of that, and I needed something else to do. And because I'd been doing all the nightclubs and the hospital radio and stuff like that, I thought, well, radio would actually be nice to get into. And I came out at RAF Coltishall down the road here, just as the BBC were opening up the next generation of local radio stations. So I fell out of the RAF and into the BBC.
Are there any perks to your job?
Perks?
Yeah.
Well, people have a misconception that people are always giving you things, but there is actually a rule within the BBC that you don't accept gifts, because that could be misconstrued as bribing you to maybe be biased on a story. Okay, I'm talking about the extreme situation, but the rule is that you don't accept gifts. But you can, like today, you can accept hospitality, a nice cup of tea, and especially